Hari Om, Om Shanti. Greetings to all the spiritual seekers. In this divine production, continuing on the internal pranayam and how it is related to digestion of the food that we ingest in three types: Sattvic food, Rajasic food, and Tamasic food. What constitutes each one of these food categories? Let's expand on this a little bit later. And how this digestion process is related to that pranic shakti, that vital life energy, life force energy that we are endowed with. Our souls are endowed with the life force energy, awareness, bliss, and eternity. These are the three characteristics of the soul. These are the manifestations which will indicate that we are indeed the souls emanating from the super soul, that Paramatman, that absolute God, that personalized Lord Krishna, Shiva, Rama, and any of his various incarnations since time immemorial. So let's touch on especially Sattvic food. What does this Sattvic food consist of, and how it helps one to progress on the spiritual path? Not only spiritual path, but also in this Maya, in the material life. How does it help one to progress in both the arenas? According to Lord Krishna, foods are of four types: bhojya, peya, koshya, and lehya. Bhojya means that you chew like bread or rice and ingest. Peya is the liquids that you drink: milk, juice, any other liquid format. And koshya is succulent, like eating sugarcane. And lehya is licking, that's like honey. So, four types of foods we consume in general. Of course, most of the people also consume animal flesh, fish, eggs, the so called non vegetarian food materials. And sattvic natured ones, they essentially consume vegetarian food. Sattvic natured ones consume those, Rajasic natured ones consume very pungent, very chilly, salty, hot, cold foods that make them very restless. On the other hand, tamasic natured ones, they consume foods that are stale, stored since a long time, insipid. All these foods make such people very lethargic, procrastinating, lazy, slothful. The foods consumed by the sattvic natured ones, they help those people in promoting longevity, the lifespan. These foods also promote good health, welfare, provide strength, power, and enable you to progress in both the arenas, material world and spiritual world. They are essentially grains, fruits, milk, other fruit juices, nuts, fruits, pulses. All of them make you very pleasant, make your heart very pleasant, provide you enormous amount of satisfaction and pleasure. That's how one needs to choose what one should consume in order to keep good health and progress in both the arenas, materially and spiritually. Those exclusively treading the path of spiritualism in general are vegetarians. They never touch non-vegetarian food. That means the flesh of other bhutas. You might have heard savage people long time ago used to practice cannibalism, eating their own species, eating one another. Excuse me. When they came in contact with civilized people, they thought that this is a good practice, eating other than the flesh of their own species. That's how the cannibalism got stopped. But still, civilized or uncivilized, people are still eating the flesh of the animals. Our teeth structure, physiological system, and the types of digestive juices, enzymes that we produce indeed are not suitable for eating flesh at all. And you see, our length of intestine is too long when compared to the intestinal digestive system of animals, tiger or a cheetah, any other animal that preys on flesh containing animals. Their teeth are very sharp, the canines, and their jaws are very strong. They can rip off the food just like that, and they eat uncooked, fresh from the animal. Whereas human beings, when they eat flesh of animals, they have to dress, they have to put all types of condiments and then cook and then eat and suffer from all kinds of GI tract diseases, indigestion problems. In order to digest animal flesh, one needs to produce highly acidic juices in the stomach. All the enzymes to break up proteins, all the flesh, the material has to digest in three parts. In the stomach, it has to be churned, broken into small pieces. And to some extent, some entities of the food that we eat are also digested there in the churning process, in the stomach, then small intestine, then large intestine. In all of these, the food gets digested, gets absorbed, and then the waste material is excreted in the form of feces. So, a lot of process, lot of juices. In addition to this, one needs that pancha pranas, mainly prana and apana. They have to be in a balanced position. Then only the food digests. That's how the Lord is involved along with you as a witness. The Lord is there. He enters each and every bhuta in order to digest the types of foods that they eat. He joins prana and apana, and in the balancing process of that, the heat gets generated here in the Manipura chakra, then the food gets digested. But the modern scientists and most of the people believe it's only the, the combination of enzymes and gastric juice, bile juice, all of them just digest the food. Just let them, let's load our stomach with all types of foods. Enzymes and the digestive juices, they take care of it. But it does not happen that way. It's not that easy. Paramatman gets involved in the digestion process by joining the prana and apana in its balanced position. That's the key. Without prana and apana in a balanced situation, one cannot digest food properly. As a result, you suffer GI tract problems. Those, indigestion problem. A lot of people suffer in addition to other maladies of the body and brain. So, Sattvic food is the one that makes you very serene, calm, and enables you to progress materially and spiritually. Okay? The other foods eaten by Rajasic natured and Tamasic natured ones do not. They, in fact, make your Atman go down. It means they degrade. The Atman has to be elevated up to be in union with the Paramatman. Then only you will have accomplished your goal as a human being. That's the main goal. Okay? Herein, let's chant Lord Krishna's verse from Bhagavad Gita, where he says that he helps digest 4 types of foods as Jataragni in your own body. Aham Vaishwanara Bhutva Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritaha Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam देहमाश्रितः प्राणापान प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् प्राणापान samayuktah. You need to balance. Paramatman is the one who lets you balance that prana and apana. The balanced state is the one helps regulate your digestive system due to the yogagni, that jataragni from Paramatma. Pranapana samayuktaha pachamyannam chaturvidham. As jataragni, I digest the foods that you consume, those four different forms. This is how pranayam, that internal pranayam, will help you regulate your digestive system along with the other systems we discussed in other divine productions, like your procreation system, gonadal system, your excretory system, digestive system we just talked about, circulatory system, your respiratory system, expression system, hearing ability, seeing ability, all of them, and ascertaining ability, realizing ability. Here in the Agna Chakra, third eye chakra, in order to make you open your third eye, that means realizing your own true nature as the soul, but not the body though. And then eventually traveling within your own body to the Sahasrara chakra, where the Paramatman resides, in the thalamus region. And then you realize at the hypothalamus region, because of balanced prana and apana and activation of kundalini, for the cerebrospinal fluid to flow to all parts of the body, covering all the 72,000 nadis, so that all your systems work well. During the meditation process, you realize yourself and you realize God. So, what is the benefit of eating Sattvic food? It makes you very serene, quiet, calm, and you always tend to do virtuous things. You never harm anybody, never participate in violence. That means you do not harm anybody, you never get harmed. And you are not eating blood spilled food from the animals. Fruits like apples and other fruits, they're boiled down and they're telling you, eat me, do not eat the flesh of animals, do not eat the flesh of cows. Cows give you milk. Various milk products we consume, very healthy. You see, people selfishly use them and then sell them, where the butcher slaughters them and sells the meat. highly unjustified, inhumane. Someone killing the cow and eating the flesh? No, no. Mahatma Gandhi said, it is not necessary to eat flesh of the animals. Bernard Shaw said, I do not want to make my stomach a graveyard of dead bodies. And it is an unprovoked murder of the animals when you eat flesh of the animals. Not at all required when you think properly about our system, the ability to digest. So, all in all, Lord Krishna recommends that you eat Sattvic food consisting of grains, milk products, nuts, fruits, leafy vegetables that promote longevity, enormous amount of energy, promoting growth in all respects, your health, providing you satisfaction every time you eat Sattvic food. They are juicy, succulent, and nourishing. Those who eat Sattvic food, they are very dear to Lord Krishna. They are his devotees. Ayuhu sattvabalarogya sukhapriti vivardhanaha ayuhu sattvabalarogya sukhapriti vivardhanaha. They enhance your longevity, your lifespan. They provide strength, health. They're highly satisfactory. And they help you grow in every aspect. All your systems function very well. Rasyaha snigdhaha sthira hrudya aharaha satvika priyaha rasyaha snigdhaha sthira hridya aharaha satvika priyaha. They are succulent. They are very pure, fresh, and they nourish you in every which way. Such foods are highly recommended by Lord Krishna, and these foods are very dear to Sattvic nature people. Okay, so we learned the connection between the types of foods that we eat and who gets involved in the digestion of these foods and what is highly recommended to be consumed and how these foods help you or let you degrade your own health if you consume rajasic and tamasic food. So If you watched the other divine productions about pranayam, internal pranayam especially, and this knowledge from this particular verse of Lord Krishna from Bhagavad Gita on digestion of the food and types of food that one should consume, you will learn a lot. If you adapt internal pranayam and consuming sattvic natured food, your home, you progress highly on your path to the Lord within your own body. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Govindaya Namaha Govardhanaya Namaha Vishnuven Namaha Shankaraya Namaha Keshavaya Namaha Madhavaya Namaha. Om Shanti Swasti. So long, folks, with another divine production in the days to come. Hari Om.